Very few shooters met fan expectations as Titanfall had with its sequel, keeping the fast movement and heavy action that the original had already polished. Titanfall 2 managed to up the ante, as well as delivering what is probably one of the most enjoyable campaigns in the first-person shooter genre in a long time, even delivering some puzzle and adventure elements. The story focuses around militia rifleman Jack Cooper, stuck in a situation he hadn't signed up for, taking over a pilot's special forces mission which could potentially turn the fight against the powermonger known as the IMC. With the pilot's Titan, BT-7274, you will go on a fight to potentially save the freedom of humanity while forming a bond with this metal giant who relies on you as much as you to him.
Copy that, 6-4. You can do this, Cooper.
Are you sure about this, BT?
Trust me. Good luck.
Nice job! Chopping you from out here, Coop. Freeze! I've got enemy trucks! Enemy trucks runway 5! I need security down there now! Commander Briggs,
The single-player missions managed to not fall into the same pit as many other shooter stories, while maintaining a fairly familiar cop buddies feel. The humour and humanity between Cooper and BT is always interesting, and forms a bond you didn't expect. A few missions, without spoiling the one everyone is thinking about, features unique mechanics which ultimately make one of the most memorable missions in any game which you would have played in a long time, even as famous as the last level from the original Halo or Halo 3. The multiplayer, however, still shines as bright as its predecessor, if not improving upon it. Although we can't talk about Titanfall without the Titans, we can't talk about the Titans without the pilots first. Fast and mobile, pilots cover ground with ease and finesse, being a fast and deadly weapon, using anything and everything at their disposal. A good player can't just win by being great inside a Titan. A lethal pilot learns the quickest way around the map, whilst wall running, double jumping, and sliding through the opposition. A pilot never stops moving, no matter what is in the way. Each pilot comes with a unique gadget, with returning abilities like Cloak and Stim, with a different version to the active radar pulse, now known as the Pulse Blade, a throwing knife which detects enemies through walls, and it also insta-kills anyone if you land a hit on them. There are also new tools to your arsenal, such as the much handy grapple hook, the decoy device, deployable AWOL, and the phase shift, which all add to the power of the pilot. The Titans are slightly different in the sequel, but have even more personality and power than before. Swapping out the full loadout system, the Titans in Titanfall 2 are more class-based and locked to certain weapons and abilities which give a more tactical feel to picking the right Titan for the right map and to counter enemy Titans. The 7 Titans in the game are all related to the chassis from the first game. You have Ion, and toned as Atlas chassis. Scorch and Legion as ogres. And Ronin and Northstar as Striders. The Striders are the fastest Titans, but have the least health. The Ogres are a lot slower with less dashes, but can take a lot of damage while still being able to dish it out. Atlas chassis are your all-rounders, dealing a good amount of damage while still being able to move quite well. The DLC Titan, Monarch, is a Vanguard Titan like BT and is unique as to how each player sets him up. There is nothing more than a sense of power you get while hopping into your mech. The Titan's health also works a bit differently this time around, with the shields not starting on your Titan and also not regenerating. You can gain shields and health from Titan batteries, which you can rip out of enemy Titans which you rodeo, or get from a spare battery killstreak to give to either your Titan or a teammate's, if you haven't got yours yet, to get your Titan faster. The game launched with minimal bugs and the developers were passionate about making the game as polished as possible. The developers at Respawn also supported a business model which featured no paid DLC, with new maps and Titans being made available for free for everyone. The only microtransactions in the game are only cosmetic, and you know what you're getting, such as gun skins, prime Titans, which have different sound effects, voices, and a somewhat different general appearance, and packs which feature customization for your Titans, and the guns, etc. One of the biggest welcoming updates they brought was the return of Frontier Defense, a fan favorite co-op mode from the original. With only slight gameplay changes, it is still a rush to play, focusing on defending a harvester for reasons you are, well, apparently not paid enough to know. It's funny, entertaining, and shows the true power of a pilot and Titan against mass hordes of enemies with up to 3 of your friends. Titanfall 2's gameplay rewards risk with high adrenaline and satisfying gameplay. Its memorable cop buddy story will stay with you for quite a while, and may even get you excited to see the future for the next Titanfall game that is in development. The multiplayer is even better than the original, but maintains everything you love, with movement and Titans being better than ever, even with the small addition of sliding. This game rethinks the first-person shooter, and is still one of the most amazing shooters I've played to this very day. This is a must-buy for anyone who doesn't want to feel dragged down in a game where you can be the turning tide in this fight and this war.